Hey, guitar fellas. Hope all is well with you guys. I wanted to do a little bit of a kind of a gig bag shootout here. Since I just got my Gator gig bag for the Broadway guitar, I was looking for a gig bag for a long time. And it's kind of tricky to find a good gig bag for these type of 17-inch arch tops. First of all, there's not too many reviews. You kind of have to do your own research. So what I did, I measured my guitar against whatever information that I could get about the gig bags that I had in mind, and it appears to be that the Epiphone Broadway, the overall length, from the bottom into the top of the headstock is 43 and a quarter. So you have to really make sure that the interior length of the gig bag is there. There's some great gig bags out there, by Reunion Blues, which I will review some of them that I have here. Also Mono, which I never had. They have great gig bags for jumbo acoustic guitars, which fits most of the 17-inch arch tops. I kind of had my eyes on the Gator Transit jumbo case because I have very good experience with Gator. I used to have different models of Gator. I used to have the Commander, which I believe it's a discontinued, but it's extremely sturdy gig bag. Also have the G4 for my bass, which was kind of on the cheaper side, but very, very functional. I was very happy with the quality of the G4. Speaking of 17-inch archtop guitars, I had a hybrid case by Gator. It's called a GL Jumbo. So when I say hybrid, it's a combination of kind of a hard case and a gig bag, a soft case, which means it has some sort of thick plastic in between the interior nylon and the exterior nylon. It offers great protection, but it's a little bulky, so it was not very easy to carry around, and the straps were not very comfortable. Obviously, it offered a very good protection, but it was not as comfortable, so I got rid of it after a few years that I had it, carrying my 17-inch back then. I think it was a Heritage. Okay, so this is the gig bag. It's opened right now, and it sits right on my couch here, and you can see pretty much it made out of very nice material. It's some sort of nylon. It's a kind of a composite, probably, of nylon and some fabrics. Have a pocket here for strings. Also have another compartment here, as you can see, which is nice. This is kind of a buckle here, like a car strap here, that you can actually open it like this. It's kind of diagonal here for some reason, this whole compartment. And obviously there is a, as you can see, there is a little zipper here. Inside there's a room for probably a laptop, maybe an iPad. Sometimes I do take an iPad in order to read some charts and stuff like that when I'm out there. Okay, so let's just close it. See, it's kind of a funny thing here with the buckle, but it works. All right, what else? Let me just close it for a second. The zippers are very, very comfortable, very smooth. It's got a little bit of a kind of a, like a lace here that you can pull them, which is nice. All right, so you can close it up in the middle or at the top, it's up to you. All right, so that's the exterior from the front of this gig bag. Now let's go and just flip it over a little bit for a minute. Just gonna flip it over. And as you can see, what I really like about this part here is that it does have, it's important for me, it does have a room to store the straps. And there's a zipper here, but it doesn't really open it. It just, I guess it's, I don't know what's the purpose of the zipper really. I guess it makes it a little bit looser, and you can pull these straps here. And there's a clip. Looks like a sturdy clip. It is a plastic, and hopefully it will stand the time. You know how much these, and you just wanted to say, you know, it's always kind of a question mark how long these type of gig bags are gonna stand. I mean, it always a question how long they're going to survive a real New York MTA type of situation. You know, I do drive sometimes, but most of the time when I'm playing in town or in Brooklyn or anywhere else in the 5 boroughs, I usually will take the subway and a bus, and these are the real life kind of situations that you can derive from, and you can maybe tell your actual experience with these type of devices. But anyway, it has a plastic, not like the Reunion Blues, which is, it's all like metal here. So this one is a plastic, but it's pretty sturdy, so you can clip it here. There's another one, obviously. And I like the fact that you can put them inside if it's very good when you want to pick them up with the handle here. The handle is very good. It's very sturdy. This is gonna last for a long time. And so it's good that you can actually pick them up without, you know, the straps hanging out, touching the floor and sweeping the whole world with that, and then bring it home. You don't want to do that. And also it's got some ring here. This is, you can use it for Lucky Charm or probably for a bungee cord. There's a bunch of rings here in the front too, which is good to have if you need to kind of attach it to a cartwheel or something with a bungee cord. Sometimes, you know, these things are not as small as they could be, and you want to just carry them around with a cartwheel. One more thing that I wanted to cover is the bottom end of this gig bag. As you can see, it's fully rubbered. It's got some nice sturdy rubber here with a couple of feet here. This is a plastic feet. This is rubber. Excellent addition, in my opinion, which going to prevent a whole bunch of debris and dirt sticking into the nylon, because some of them don't have it, and you know, it's when it's sticking into the nylon, it's much harder to clean it, and sometimes it can cause rips. But now that you have this rubber here, I don't think this is gonna go bad anytime soon. I'm very happy about that. With a dolly or something. So it's good to have these rings here. What else? Okay, now let's go to the inside, which is the main thing. Okay, so let me just open it. Let me flip it like that. Okay, here's another look from the outside. Let me open it. Just gonna open. Okay, try to follow my hands here the best I can. And here it is, the Epiphone Broadway, right inside. As you can see, it fits right in there with all the pillows and the cushions and whatnot. You didn't have to take out anything. Sometimes you do have to take out either one of these pillows, especially with the arch tops especially with the arch top that have a longer headstock. Now this one it's not a, you know, the Epiphone headstock is not too short and it's not too long. I mean, I've had the Angelico one time, EXL 1, I believe, and they have a large headstock, so you have to really measure your guitars before you buying a gig bag for this type of guitars. It varies, you know. The good thing is that On the lower bout, it does have clearance for a 17-inch lower bout, which is great. The fretboard or the neck support here is actually removable with a Velcro. So you can put a little closer if you want to the joint here between the neck and the body, but I'm not gonna do it because the guitar is actually sitting really tight and strong and doesn't look like it's gonna go anywhere. I like the fact that they have this nylon cover here which protects the plush. You know, it will protect it with the friction with these string edges and all that comes from the tuners, so that's great. The only thing I'm kind of a little bit disappointed is that I wish they would have the same thing over here, you know, which especially with the arch-up guitars, you know, when you can already see that it does some, it's not a damage, but it's already kind of thing that remain to be seen how it's going to react to the fact that these posts from the bridge are going to inflict on the plush, because it does not have that piece of nylon that it has on the top. So I know they put nylon covering on this lower part of the guitar on their bass and electric guitar models, but for some reason they didn't put it on this one, because I guess they really had just an acoustic guitar in mind. And you know, and it's funny, you know, I haven't seen any companies that actually making gig bags which are made especially and exclusively for 17-inch arched-up guitars. But overall, I'm very happy. And yes, I'm going to address this issue here with not having the nylon patch here. I think I'm just going to put some towel here on top. I'm just going to put some towel here on the top of the bridge right here, so it's not going to damage the bag. Probably going to do the same thing here, although it has the protection here, but I'm going to put like some sort of fabric or cleaning cloth in order to protect it from scratching the nylon surface here. And yeah, so overall I think it's a great value. It feels very good. It's light. Here, let's close this thing here. And time will tell how long it's going to survive. My experience, as I said before in the beginning, my experience with Gator is that they make cases to last, and probably there are gonna be some repairs along the way. I know I even had to repair my Reunion Blues Continental more than once. You know, one time I had to kind of replace the zipper pulls, and there's some stitches that needed to be done. You know, I had it for 15 years, so might be some repairs along the way, but I'm expecting this to last at least the first 4 to 5 years. Anyway, so that was the Gator Transit Jumbo model. All right, so here we are with the one of my favorite gig bag of all time. This is the Reunion Blues, the RBX acoustic bag, which I use for different guitars. I use it for acoustic guitars. I use it for my ES-175 copy. It's beautiful and very functional. There's not too many bells and whistles about it, but it doesn't have too many compartments. It only has one compartment, a compartment for a laptop right here, and you can also there's another pocket inside that you can push in your strings and your accessories. Very nice. The zipper pulls are pretty sturdy. Doesn't look like it's going to break anytime soon. I had it for about 4 years and I'm very happy with that. Unfortunately, it does not have a pocket to store the straps when you're not using it. And it's a shame because it's got such a nice handle here. It's so sturdy, and that is what this gig bag is very famous for. It doesn't look like it's ever going to break or suffer any tear and wear. It's perfect, but unfortunately, like I said, it doesn't have any pocket to store the straps, and you cannot unclick them either, which is a shame. It's got the little subway handle here, a little small pocket here that you can grab it from here. And like I said, if you want to carry it with the handle, then there's a chance, that these are gonna kind of fall down, and you might grab some debris from the floor, which something that it's unfortunate, but it offers a great protection regardless. I'm going to show you the interior of it. Okay, beautiful blue plush. The fretboard, the neck support is not removable, but it fits most of the guitars, as long as they're not too long. If you have like probably a Taylor Grand Auditorium, it's probably not going to fit in there, but it's going to fit most of the Dreadnought type of guitars. And as I said before, it fits the ES-175 type of guitars, and I'm sure it can fit other guitars as well, like classical guitars, and it offers a very good protection. Yeah. All right. Also has this thing for the strings as well. A nice piece of nylon here, protect from the tuning, from the edge of the strings. It's important. Also has the same type of material here on the bottom to protect from anything that comes from the area of the tailpiece and the lower bridge. And I love it. I love it. It's lightweight, awesome gig bag. All right, so the third gig bag in line is the classic Reunion Blues Continental model. It is the first generation of this model. Now they have the Voyager, which is much lighter than this, but this one is very sought after gig bag. Unfortunately, it's discontinued, but I feel like the reason that it is discontinued is because it was just too heavy for some, and it is a little heavy. It's about 6 pounds or so just for the bag, or maybe 5. I think it's even close to 7 pounds. I have to kind of do a little research on that. But anyway, it's super protective. It's got compartment over here with a zipper. It's got another zipper here for the laptop or iPad, whatnot. And this is where you store the cables. You can unclick the straps and you can put them and hide them right here in this pocket here, in this compartment here, which is awesome. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to just unclick it. Okay. Okay, so you put them right there. See, I'm putting them inside now, as neat as I can. And you can just close them. Boom. Now you can use the handle. What else? It's got another one, another compartment here that sometimes I put different stuff in there, like even wallet sometimes, or you can put anything, like even you can even put like a guitar strings in there. It will fit there. Like extra set. It's got some ring here if you want to use it for anything, lucky charms and whatnot. Excellent bag. I had it for about 15 years, and the only damage that I can point out is it's not even a damage. There's a little bit of a tear and wear here. on the strap here, one of the straps. I think it can be sewed back. It's an easy repair. The material inside is never gonna break anyway, but you know, this is something I probably gonna do at some point. Trust me, it probably protects your guitar even better than most of the hard cases that these guitars coming with. Most of the time I used to keep my 335 stored in its original hard case, and fell on the face one time inside the hard case, and guess what? The headstock got damaged a little bit. It wasn't fully cracked, but there was a little bit of a crack there. You know, I had to kind of glue it with a professional doing it for me. And I don't think it would happen with a case like the RB Continental. That's something that I think you should keep in mind, because sometimes these high quality gig bags can be much more protective than most of the hard cases that these guitars are coming with. Now let me show you the last gig bag that I have today in this gig bag shootout, and this is the RoadRunner Avenue. It's an acoustic gig bag, and I'm just going to show you the difference between the higher end cases that I showed you before and the RoadRunner. Keep in mind that the RoadRunner is probably, it's about half price than the Gator, and it's definitely much cheaper than the Reunion Blues, but it still offers some sort of protection. So let me just show it to you. Okay, so this one is the RoadRunner. It's called Avenue for acoustic guitar. You can get them in any Guitar Center stores. They probably cost like $70 or so. It offers pretty good protection, I must say. You see, it's pretty cushiony. There's nothing to talk about too much about it. There's a compartment in here for strings. There's a compartment for laptop here on the bottom here, as most of them do. Okay, the zippers are very good quality. The interior, it's not a thick cushion like in the previous gig bags I showed, but it has that little bit of rubber here, which is a nice thing if you want to put it on the ground. What else? The straps are, you know, you can tell by the strap that it's not the highest quality, and they're not unclickable, so they stay there, but it's pretty sturdy, you know, and it's a very strong bag for what it is. And believe it or not, you can fit acoustic guitar in there, a classical guitar, and you can fit even a 335 there, although it might be a little bit too heavy for it. I hope you have some valuable information in this video, and please subscribe if you find it useful, and I'll see you in the next video.